My name's Billy. I am 24 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. My drug of choice is heroin and Xanax. I'm fresh here in this new halfway house and PHP facility. I'm fresh coming off a relapse I used this morning. What happened was that a thought came into my head and I obsessed about it, and I went and I purchased heroin from the street, and I shot up heroin in a parking lot. Thank God for the people here, because they were able to get in touch with me and get me here, and now I'm about to embark on this journey of rehab again, and I'm going to be going to groups, working with a therapist. I have a sponsor in a program, a 12-step fellowship, and I'm going to be working with him. I'm going to be in treatment, part-time hospitalization, which is what PHP stands for.
Oh, okay.
And basically what that is I'll be going to groups for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, meeting with a therapist during those times, getting treatment in various different ways, going to 12-step meetings, doing all types of stuff to try and get my head straight, give me some separation from my last use, so that I can start thinking clearly again, because obviously I'm not thinking right. I've been through this journey quite a few times in my life. I've been around the block when it comes to rehab, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of living life this way, and I know that there's still hope left. I'm 24 and I'm not getting any younger, and I need to get this thing. I need to get this thing before I end up dead. My friends end up dead all the time. My Facebook feed is just filled with rest in pieces, and I'm tired of seeing it, man. I really am. And I just want better for myself. I want better for my family. I want to be able to call my mom and her say she's proud of me. I want my little brothers and sister to look up to me and be able to have a role model. I'm going to be doing a lot of things different this time. I'm going to be taking advice from the people who know best. I'm going to be really, really giving it my all, and I really, really hope this works, because I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I can't do it no more. So I have faith in this program that I'm in now, and I've been praying to God every day, and I hope that He helps me this time like He has every other time in my past. Yeah, so I got to this halfway house exactly a week ago today, and I relapsed within the first few hours of being here. It's been tough this past week. The first week's usually the hardest for me. Every time that I come back around, and it's a lot easier to throw away 3 or 4 days clean than it is to throw away 3 or 4 months clean. And time just comes with time. So I've been just toughing it out, keep on pushing. I've been hitting meetings every day so far this week. I managed to meet my sponsor a couple of times. I've managed to get out of the house a little bit. I went to the movies earlier this week, saw a good movie with a couple friends. I went to the mall yesterday, went and ate a meal, had a cup of coffee, walked around the mall, flirted with some girls, and everything's been going smooth, but it's tough, you know what I mean? I have it still in the back of my head, and it only gets better with time though, and that's all I can do is just keep pushing forward. So my plan to stay sober after I get out of halfway, it's fairly simple. It's not so much for me about staying sober. There's been plenty of times in my life where I've been able to stay clean, stay away from drugs and alcohol. And the reason being, I started coming to rehab facilities and places like this when I was 14 years old. So I've been around the block, and I've been to a group many times in my life. The thing is that I've had periods in my life of clean, sober. I've had periods in my life happy. I've never had the two together. So for me, it's more about being able to find happiness while sober, and the way that I do that is, by
working these 12 steps and developing a relationship with my higher power. And that only works by like doing a couple simple requirements. You know what I mean? It's about clearing away the wreckage of my past. It's about giving freely what's been given to me. It's about all the principles that are involved in 12-step fellowships and applying them into my daily life. A sober support network is absolutely crucial to staying sober, 110%. It's the people that I was always told my whole life, show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you who you are. And it's the same thing in sobriety. You know what I mean? If I'm hanging out with a group of kids and they're all doing the right thing, it inspires me to do the right thing more. And I'm usually the leader of the pack. I'm not tend to be a follower, but I get around guys in sobriety that have years clean, and it gives me guys that I don't mind taking the shotgun seat to while they drive my life, and they will always give me the advice that's true, and they'll always give me the advice that they mean best for me. You know what I mean? That's why it's important. It's important to be able to call somebody when I'm feeling down. It's important to be able to go hang out on a Friday night with a bunch of guys who are trying to have fun but stay sober. So having a sponsor is a great thing, you know what I mean? But it's also a very hard thing to have too, I've been down in Florida for over a year now, and my sponsor's been my sponsor since I came down here. And obviously over the course of the year, and me and him have grown this personal relationship now where he's one of my closest friends. And my sponsor, he's a great guy, man. He really is, and he's a very moral man, and he's a great advice giver. And so it's cool because I can call him up and just say what up, and talk to him, and when I'm going through something, I always run it off my sponsor first. Like, regardless, any decision that I make in life, I run it off my sponsor first. And that's not to say that like I gotta call him up before I go pick if I'm gonna eat pizza at McDonald's for lunch. You know what I mean? But like if I'm gonna move, if I'm gonna get a new job, if I'm gonna do anything like that, I always pick up that phone. If I'm going through something with a girlfriend or anything like that, I always pick up that phone, call my sponsor. And a lot of the times he tells me exactly what I don't want to hear, but exactly what I need to hear. So it's tough because we're such close friends also, and like sometimes he's got to kick me in my ass, give me a smack in the back of the head, and it's usually what I deserve half the time. So I can't complain, but yeah, it's a good experience.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 6 months?
In 6 months, hopefully, I will have moved on past this point in my life. I'll be out of halfway house. At that point, hopefully from now I'll have 6 months clean. And I'll be working, doing what I'm looking to do. And at that point, hopefully I'll have my own little apartment. I'm not looking for no crazy goals right now. I'm not trying to, project too far into the future right now because I'm still so early on. But obviously, you know what I mean, like you gotta plan ahead too. So yeah, hopefully 6 months from now, be comfortable in my own little apartment, have a nice little comfortable job going on, and that's it. That's all I really want right now. I deal with a lot of guilt and shame for my addiction, a lot of remorse for some of the things that I've done while high or to get high. Embarrassment. I dealt with a lot of embarrassment due to my addiction. I've hurt my family beyond belief. I have, my father has always been my best friend in life, and I've constantly lied to him, betrayed him, stolen from him, monetary stuff and peace. And that's probably the worst thing I could do to my father is, take peace of mind from him not be able to sleep at night because he doesn't know if I'm safe. And that's one of the reasons I'm trying to get sober now to mend that relationship. Me and my dad talk, a couple times a week, and we Facebook video chat all the time. And like I said, my father's always been my best friend. So my dad's one of those guys that like I could just talk to about anything, and he understands what I go through. So he's good to like bounce things off of, and when I need advice, I always go to him. And yeah, we've been trying to trying to get back to that way that me and him were when I was a teenager, when I was really young. This week's been great. I've had a lot of blessings in this week. I've been able to make tremendous strides in just a week. I've been meeting with my sponsor every night, going to meetings, 12-step fellowship meetings, going to group every day, you know, working with my therapist, able to get on the proper medications I'm supposed to be on, and everything's been going smooth for this past week, man.